and welcome back to another podcast on the World Builders podcast, where I am joined, as always, with Isaac. Say hi.
Hi.
Who has a topic that he's very excited to share because he messaged me about it several days ago, and I am both excited and terrified now.
I haven't even told you what it is yet.
Yeah, and that's the excitement and terrifying aspect of it.
Okay, so, imagine this.
Alright.
Floating island. You know, floating islands, they've been done to death. It's like, that's happened
We've done
a lot.
one twice.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, so, floating island. Now, imagine around this island, narwhals. Narwhals everywhere. Giant, flying narwhals. With horns made of rock candy.
Wait, I'm sorry. Narwhals with horns made out of rock candy?
Yes, flying around the island, and their tails and their fins, flippers, everything, they're made of yellow stained glass. Like, just imagine that as they fly around the island, circling it, underneath it, above it, beside it. And one of the great games you can play is jumping off of the island and landing on a narwhal. It's so much fun. And if you survive that fall, their horn, it grants you wishes. Their rock candy horn.
I mean, I thought it'd just be edible horns. Just eat them.
I mean, you could do that too, but they won't appreciate it.
I'd imagine not. Or that's how you get the wishes. You have to eat the rock candy to get a wish.
Yes, let's do that. You eat the rock candy, you get a wish, but those narwhals are not going to be happy with you nibbling at their horns.
I'd imagine not. I mean, what can they do? Their fins are made out of glass.
They're very delicate creatures. That's why they're not aggressive towards you when you do it. They're just unhappy.
So this is pretty much a world where you get free wishes.
I mean, if you really want to, anyway, if you're willing to, like, jump off the edge of the island and then start eating the rock candy horns, then yes, it is a world where you get free wishes, if you consider jumping to your near death as free.
I mean, but you said that they're floating all around the island. You can just lasso them.
I mean, you could lasso them, but they're really big, and they'll just fly away. So good luck.
Do you know how rope works? If you get a group of people, everyone can have a piece of the narwhal horn.
Oh, well, that's just a really mean thing to do. So all of his narwhal buddies are going to come, and they're going to start throwing potatoes at you.
I'm sorry, potatoes? Are you making things up on the fly now? Is what happening?
Anyway, so these narwhals, they start throwing potatoes at you, and when they throw the potatoes, they say, "No." Oh, that's the sound that a narwhal makes, I'm sure of it. So they throw the potatoes at you, and they say, "Narwhal!" And everybody on the island, whenever they start to lasso and cheat their way into getting free wishes, because narwhals don't like giving out free wishes. But if you jump off the edge and you land on one, they'll be like, yeah, I'm sure that was a difficult thing to do. You deserve a wish. I may not like it, but you deserve a wish.
It's a luck thing.
What?
It's not difficult, it's luck.
It's luck if you jump off of the island aiming for the narwhal so that you can land on it and then eat its horn.
There's still there's some luck aspect of if a narwhal comes close to the island and you happen to see it, you can jump off onto it.
Oh, they're everywhere.
So this is a world of free wishes still. Everyone gets wishes.
Assuming you're willing to jump off the ledge of the island and get to the narwhal.
I mean, they're everywhere. It's gonna be hard to miss one, isn't it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're like everywhere. Like there's pretty much always one nearby. But because they're flying around, if you jump off of the edge and you miss one, you just sort of fall to your death.
Well, so are there gonna be like classes on how to land on narwhals? Is that like something that they do in schools?
Nah, it's more like when kids get together after school, stick one in a tire and roll it down a hill.
I've done that. Well, not with a tire, but with tunnels. But yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit safer.
It wasn't. There was nothing safe about that. What I did with my friends. If anything, it was more dangerous because our tunnels, if we lost control of them and like it ran into a house or something, it would have done damage.
Ah.
Yeah, they were big tunnels, but that is off topic.
Anyway, so they start throwing potatoes at you if you do something that they don't like, and they say narwhal. Now this is both great and terrible because one, potatoes they're the commodity of this world, but on the con side of things, potatoes hurt when they hit you in the head.
Well, yeah,
They're
but they
like the
don't kill
most
you at
dense
least.
vegetable you can get.
How strong? Okay, one, where the heck are the potatoes coming from? From the narwhals, and two,
They're
how hard?
flippers.
They're flippers. So they're
They throw
glass.
them.
So their glass flippers can grow potatoes, which they can then throw at people.
I think maybe it's more they throw them with their flippers and then they get them from somewhere else. Maybe they spit them out. Like they just spit them out of their mouth. They just have potato gardens growing in their stomach, and so they spit them out and then throw them at people.
Okay, so the narwhals are floating potato farms. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
magical floating potato farms
With
of
rock candy horns that grant you wishes, and glass yellow. You said they were yellow. A yellow. Can
Yes,
it have a
yellow
different
stained
color?
glass.
Does it
It
have to be
has
yellow?
to be yellow
Why? Why does it have to be yellow?
because purple is not their color.
I didn't say it had to be purple. I just don't think yellow's their color either.
Have you ever seen a narwhal?
Yes, I have. Have you?
Did it fly and did it have a rock candy horn?
No, because those don't exist. I'm talking about a real narwhal.
These ones exist.
I want to vote for a different color. You're not letting me have any participation in creating the narwhal, and I'm
fine.
upset.
Fine. What color should their glass flippers
I think
be?
their glass should change color with the sky. So,
So, like, as the sky, as the time of day changes, their flippers change.
yeah, to match what the sky looks like. And
It's actually really cool.
thank you.
Can they
See?
be sparkly?
Yes, it can be sparkly. I can agree to that.
Yes.
I'm imagining these narwhals in my head, and they're the most ridiculous things.
Anyway, so they throw potatoes. They start
Okay.
throwing potatoes, and the potatoes are the commodity of this world. Now, potatoes are kind of hard to come by because the only way you can get them is if a narwhal starts throwing them at you, and that's kind of a dangerous act to do. And also, potatoes they rot over time,
Hmm.
and they're also a good food source. Now, the thing about this floating island is it's all made of crystal, and so it's kind of hard to grow
Are you
anything there.
saying
So you
these
can't just
people
plant
are
potatoes.
living off of wishes and potatoes?
A good portion of their life is wishes and potatoes, yeah,
Okay. Just
and rock candy.
well, what if someone decides to wish for like better farmland on their island or different food? I feel like that'd be the first thing I would wish for. I'd be like, can
There's
I
things
please?
narwhals don't like, and one of them is wishing for better farmland. Narwhals just all around don't seem to like the humans living on the island, and so they do everything they can to kill them, but kill them.
So wait, so do the narwhals have a say if your wish gets granted then?
Oh no! Once the candy's eaten and it's in your stomach, it's your wish. It's like it doesn't belong to the narwhal anymore.
So they can't do anything if I say, hey, I want better farmland where and seeds to grow. Well, I guess that's two separate wishes, but like first wish, better farmland to grow stuff, and then second wish, I want seeds.
Well, yeah, they can't stop you from that, but they can always destroy the farmland.
How?
Chuck enough potatoes. You chuck enough potatoes at it, and it's just gonna break off the island.
I'm sorry,
Check
you
over.
are overestimating the strength of a potato.
You don't know what kind of potatoes grow in the stomach of a magic flying narwhal.
No, that's true. How about you describe to me what type of potatoes grow in the stomach of a magical
Lethal.
narwhal? Lethal?
Lethal.
That doesn't really paint a picture. Paint a picture for me, Isaac, about what these potatoes look and do.
Okay, so they have a lot of eyes on them, and if you throw them hard enough, they don't like being thrown all that much. So they'll start sprouting their roots, and they'll crawl around.
Wait, whoa, whoa,
within
whoa, whoa,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa,
roots.
whoa. The potatoes are alive?
Well, I mean, only if you throw them hard enough.
Only if you... So if you don't throw them hard enough, they're just normal potatoes, but if you throw them hard enough, they come to life.
Yes.
Okay.
And so they crawl around with their root limbs, and then they can just, like, terrorize the neighborhood. And no one likes these versions of potatoes. People only like potatoes that stay asleep.
Wait. So you're saying that those potatoes are actually still alive. So when like people eat said potatoes, they're killing living things. I'm just confirming. Like I have nothing.
Maybe not really. They just call it sleeping, but it's really not alive. But when it is start moving around, it's still not alive. It's more like a mindless creature almost.
Okay,
And
but
so
if a kids wanted to cause trouble, say they lasso a narwhal, they bug a narwhal throws a bunch of potatoes. Could a kid then throw that potato hard enough to wake him up?
do you honestly think that a kid has the strength of a narwhal?
No, I'm trying to
No.
estimate the
The narwhals
strength
are the
range.
only ones that can throw hard enough to bring a potato to life.
Okay, I see. I was just making. I was just wondering if a human was strong enough to do it. That's all I was trying to clarify.
Nope, not at all. Not unless you were to like stick it in a cannon.
Oh, so they could do. So the potatoes that you get do have the possibility to come to life outside narwhals.
I mean, if you were, yes, if you
That's
were
what I'm
to
trying to get
stick
at.
it in a cannon.
I'm trying
You
to say,
could,
if a
but
ridiculous villain who likes to terrorize narwhals and collect potatoes and then shoot potatoes at literally has he has his own little island. Say he jumped as a kid and wished for his own little island. And he sits on the island with his cannons and he terrorizes narwhals and gets the potatoes and then he just shoots the potatoes at other islands at hard speed and bring them to life.
Oh my god, this guy sounds like a mad scientist.
Doesn't he? He sounds like a goofy cartoon villain.
Wonder what his motive is.
Next question. How many wishes can you get from a narwhal?
Depends on how much rock candy you eat.
So it's pretty much unlimited then?
Pretty much, but narwhal might get annoyed if you keep eating its the horn for too long
I mean, you
and
could
just
jump
keep
from
on
narwhal
whittling it
to
down.
narwhal.
What?
You could jump from narwhal to narwhal and stuff.
You could, but you gotta find a way back up there.
True. Next question. How big can these wishes get? What's the limits?
There are none, except for if the narwhal decides I'm going to destroy whatever your wish was.
So a narwhal does have a say in the wish.
Well, no, the narwhal cannot. It doesn't have a say in the wish. But if you wish for something, the narwhal. It's possible for the narwhal to destroy your wish or take it back, or like
Take
if
it
you were to
back?
wish for farmland, it'll chuck a bunch of the potatoes really hard until it breaks that part of the, like the farmland off of the island.
But what if you wished for
And-
like a superpower? Would the narwhals then murder you?
Only if the superpower somehow bothered the narwhals.
So if
If you
I
wish
decided
for-
a wish for a superpower where I had the ability to grow different types of plants from the crystal islands, would the narwhal murder me for doing so?
No, because all your plants would be crystal and inedible.
I mean, like, I wish for it to grow, like, any type of plant. Like, if I wanted an apple tree, I could grow an apple tree from the crystals.
Oh, well, if you're getting that specific, well, then they might kill you, or they might just destroy anything you try to grow.
Well, then I'd just have, like, a narwhal constantly circling me. And does a narwhal really want to be doing that? Or,
No, but do you
especially if
really
they
wanna-
get close enough and I grab another horn, my next wish... So, wait. I found a loophole here. What if I wish that... What if my first wish is that whatever I wish for in the future, the narwhals cannot destroy?
Huh. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you're stuck on the back of a narwhal who's just gonna dump you off the edge.
I mean, I feel like people are smart enough. I'll have a group of friends with a rope or something that ties, or something like that, and then they pull me up. Like, how else are they
What
getting
happens
back
if the
up?
narwhal flies away from the rope?
I mean, no, like, what I mean is, like, when the narwhal tries to dump me, I'm just hanging, my friends are hanging me from a rope and they just pull me up. I'm trying to decide
I
if
guess.
will the narwhal kill me for making that wish?
It could very well try.
It could sure. But, okay, so what if I manage to get two pieces? I'm greedy. My first wish is that one, and my second is that narwhals are incapable of killing me.
Well, then you'll just be falling off the island.
No,
to
my friends
onto
have
infinity.
a rope on me.
You don't die, you just keep falling.
No, my friends got a rope tied to me, so they're gonna pull me back up. They want farmland too. We're teaming. And then they can't break the rope or do any action that would kill me, because that would be the narwhal
If you just got a
killing
little
me.
break in your glass spin, it's not that hard to cut the rope.
But that would be the narwhal killing me, and I wish that the narwhals cannot kill me, so they can't cut the
Well,
rope.
if you're still falling to your death for like ever and not technically dying,
They're still sentencing me. They're still killing me though. That's in their action. They're killing
well,
me.
you're not killing. It's not killing. It's like imprisonment and an eternal fall.
I mean, eventually you die of hunger and thirst and stuff. They're still killing me.
Well, but not directly.
I feel like if I spent a long enough time with this, as I'm sure the children of this world have, they could find loopholes.
Yeah, but again, you have to manage to survive getting onto the narwhal in the first place.
How hard is that? Is that because it doesn't seem that hard
Or if
to
you
me.
just lower yourself gently with a rope, the narwhal says, "Nuh-uh, that's cheating. I'm gonna kill you, or I'm gonna throw you off the edge, or something like that." But if you just jump off, they say, "Oh, okay, yeah, you took that risk. Yeah, you deserve a wish. Go ahead." But if you keep on eating the horn, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, now you're getting annoying. I'm gonna dump you off."
Okay, so there's always a risk of death. High risk of
Anyway,
death.
so we need to get to the economy because their form of currency is potatoes. It's also one of the most popular meals for obvious reasons. You can bake them, you can fry them.
It's the only meal that the narwhals let them have.
You can mash them. You can get scallop potatoes.
I don't like these narwhals. Any creature that says the only thing you're allowed to eat is potatoes is not. I'm not a fan of.
I mean, they're not the ones who choose what grows in their stomach.
Yeah, but they won't let me make a wish that lets me grow other things. It's not like I'm harming them. They're just being mean.
Oh yeah, they're very mean to humans.
It's not even a selfish wish.
If you just leave them alone, they won't bother you, and also you are eating part of them.
Yes, but I earned the wish. You said so themselves. Like I did all. I practiced. I guess I took the risk. I made the wish. It was a selfless wish because I'm wishing it for the benefit of other people, so we can all just not just eat potatoes. Are you saying you
will never eat those fruits that you grow?
No, I'm saying that there's still like a selflessness of it. There's still a selflessness in the sense that I plan to share it. Like, this isn't something I plan to keep to myself. All I want is I just want variety in my life. It's not harming the narwhals in any way.
If you want variety, then you gotta go to another island where the narwhals throw carrots.
I'm sorry, what? Are you saying there are different islands with narwhals that throw different vegetables?
Yeah, but it's not exactly the easiest thing to get to.
What? Bridges, maybe? They build bridges? Or you wish for transportation?
It's a very long bridge. I mean, yeah, you could absolutely wish for transportation. Just don't try and transport yourself to a narwhal. It won't like it.
Well, I mean, I just wish to go to Carrot Island for a couple months and then I jump off again. I mean, at some point, if all I get to eat is potatoes, especially if all I get to eat is carrots, I think I'd be jumping off the island pretty fast.
I mean, who wouldn't jump off the island? It's like, if all you're eating in your life is potatoes, then you're gonna want to taste some sweet rock candy.
Also, that's not healthy to start. You need more. You need a balanced diet. Why won't the narwhals let us eat other things? Eventually, we're going to want meat.
Humans. I think we're spending too much time on the narwhals and the potatoes.
Well, I thought that was the whole point of this world, was narwhals and potatoes.
I mean, that's part of it, but we haven't even gotten into the crazy stuff yet. This is tame.
I'm sorry, there's more?
Okay, so, the potato economy. Let's talk about the potato economy.
Okay.
So there's so many of them always coming down, and people are always eating them. That's their food source. That's their money that they trade with and everything. Now, the most valuable form is sweet potatoes, because those are the potatoes that are, sweet. They're sweet potatoes, and they like their yams. Those are extremely expensive. They're also a little more rare because there's only this small patch of garden in the narwhal's stomach that grows them. But every once in a while, you do get a big old clump of sweet potatoes that came from that part of the garden. Sometimes they're covered in more slaughter than others.
Random question, but do you like sweet potatoes?
Yes.
I don't. But okay, continue.
Have you ever had...
Yeah,
I've also had sweet potato french fries, which are
I have too, and they're disgusting.
Okay.
Continue.
I like my potatoes mashed and fried and baked and sliced and diced and super fried.
I like my potatoes with bacon in them, and I don't think I'm going to get that in this world.
I mean, I didn't say that animals didn't exist. Feed a pig
Wait,
some potatoes,
okay, so they'll allow us animals. I wasn't sure. They got mad. They got really mad when I wanted the apple tree, so I wasn't sure if they'd let me have a pig.
Oh yeah, they'll let you have a pig, but
okay.
You got to be able to feed.
Wait, okay, so why are they okay with a pig and not okay with an apple tree?
They're gonna kill their fellow animals.
But they'll kill an apple tree?
Apple tree's not an animal.
Okay, just continue.
Okay, so another interesting thing about this world is birds.
Uh-huh.
Birds. they have no wings, but they can
Uh,
fly. Because
uh,
in this world, gravity is genetic.
so
Gravity is a
humans have
thing.
inherited gravity?
If they inherit, like sometimes, like you won't be super affected by gravity, and other times you will.
That's not
Generally, with humans, it's
inheritance.
like you are always going to be affected by gravity because that's just a genetic trait of humans. Narwhals, on the other hand, are not. So that's
Clearly.
why they fly around, and that's why birds can fly around without wings. Why don't they have wings? Because they don't need them. They can fly without them.
I mean, wings are. So, the thing is, narwhals have their fins and stuff that direct them through the air. How are the birds doing this?
They just angle their beak down a little bit.
And
They
blow?
angle it up.
And blow? Get themselves. Like, you need, like, narwhals, they'll, like, use their flipper to propel. You're saying birds without wings, which maybe they paddle with they need the wings to at least, like, direct them through the air.
They have webbing between their toes.
Like ducks. So they just swim through
Like
the air.
ducks.
Yeah, but ducks just float. Like a duck does. The duck, even if if a duck was to dive into the water, it would still need something else to help direct them.
Also, the birds are made of cotton candy.
Okay, so our food source has changed. We now have access to potatoes and cotton candy. Are you trying to give every person here diabetes? Potatoes are some of the most starchiest foods in the world, and cotton candy is literally just sugar.
Well, question: have you ever tried to catch a bird? It's not easy.
You find ways. It's called stab sticks. Or if it's cotton candy, a giant fan. Or like a little vacuum cleaner, and you just put up the vacuum and you go, and you just suck it in. A vacuum cleaner. I think they can help these birds with a vacuum
cleaners full of dirt and dust, you disgusting person.
Not if you had a vacuum cleaner that was made specifically to catch the cotton candy birds, so like it's clean on the inside, like it doesn't do anything else.
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of that,
also,
what are the birds?
Candy corn.
Yeah, what? Bees candy corn? Okay, we'll get there in a minute.
Beaks are made of candy corn.
We'll get there. That's disgusting, but we'll get there in a minute. Birds, cotton candy, water. What happens?
They get wet. They just sort of like fall apart and die.
So you're saying?
Don't set up your bird bath.
But so what? Does this world not really have rain?
Oh, this world has rain. It's clouds. They just sort of like travel around in the sky because that's where this island is, and the rain just sort of falls down onto the island.
So, also, if a bird gets caught in said rain, are you saying they just die?
Yeah, they gotta go and they gotta take cover.
Okay, just also.
I mean, they can take a little bit. They can take a little bit of rain if it's like sprinkling. That gives them some time to escape. But if it's pouring, now they're gonna die. Also, the rain is lemonade.
That's painful. That is so painful. You do lemons and cuts. Ow.
Well, it's not like they're humans. They have human anatomy with the blood, muscles, and everything. They have cotton candy bodies.
Not for the birds. I'm talking about for the poor humans. They're having potatoes thrown at them. The narwhal, they have a terrible, awful eating ability. And now, every time it rains, it burns them. And, like, any cuts and open sores they have, they get, like, acidity. And if it gets in your eyes, lemonade in your eyes... No.
Well, just wear sunglasses and don't cut yourself, you idiot!
I'm covered in cuts just because I play with my hamster and I get cuts from it. Or I do things and I get cuts. It happens.
You've already established humans are not very friendly towards animals. You would not have a pet hamster in this world.
Now I'm not even allowed pets. You know what? I don't want to live in this world.
If you're allowed to have a pet, I just can't guarantee that pet's gonna get along with you.
Unlimited wishes is not worth all this suffering. In fact, I feel like one of the first things is I would wish that the rain was not lemonade.
I mean, you're going to upset a lot of people then, because that flavor is just not going to be there. That, or if you wish for it not to be lemonade, it's probably going to switch to something like chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk is better than lemonade. At least it doesn't hurt. It's sticky though, but
so's
lemonade. Never mind, lemonade.
I was thinking lemonade. You can like filter out the water. Like if you put it the second through enough filters,
I don't want chocolate milk. Chocolate milk, once it gets rotten, The whole island would smell like rotting milk.
Yeah. I think everybody would be very upset with you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, maybe it's painful. All right, let's move on to the cottage. Not the bees. What did you say they were made out of?
Well, I said that the beaks were of the birds were made
Oh,
out
beaks. I
of.
thought you said bees. And so
Yeah, the
I was
beaks were made
imagining
out of
little.
candy corn.
So I was imagining little candy corns with wings and little stingers, and they were just buzzing about.
I mean, I like that idea better, so let's go with it.
Awesome, cool. I've added something else to this world. Woo, that's two things.
Okay, so the bees are made of candy corn. They fly around. They got little tiny wings. I'm gonna say that they're crystallized sugar wings because that just makes sense.
Yeah. Is that what the narwhals their color changing glass things? Are they actually just crystallized sugar type stuff?
I mean, I was thinking that'd be glass, but like I guess if they're colorful sugar color changing flippers, I guess that's what they are.
I feel like that makes more sense. And then it kind of fits with the fact that that's what the bees are using to fly about.
Yeah,
and I don't know, maybe the birds are also having.
Now, the great thing about this solves the bees' wings are too small to lift their bodies off the ground problem, because gravity is optional, and so they are only half affected by gravity.
Okay. So they just...
It's not optional, it's like, it's genetic.
Yeah,
so
genetic.
they're only half affected by gravity. Now, some bees might be unfortunate not be able to fly at all because they just got extra gravity genes, and so they just get really fat and heavy and can't fly, and then people say, well, you're dead weight, kick them off the island.
They're just little bees. That's
Yeah, bees are not friendly towards the lazy bees, even if they can't help being lazy.
That's it. I'm making a safe haven for all the lazy bees in this world. That's one person's wish was they saw these bees just being murdered, and they made a wish that they could have a little sanctuary for all the bees, and that's what they have is their little bee sanctuary. And they go about hunting for bees that are too affected by gravity, and they give them a nice little home here. And they've created a little community of non-flying bees.
Or you could eat them.
Don't know. You don't eat my little the community. Friendship, Isaac. Friendship. This world is hostile, and it sounds sweet and sugary, but honestly, I hate it.
If you leave the animals alone, aside from the pigs, which you can just feed potatoes, you're good. And if you're the brave man who's going to, or woman who's going to go out and just anger a narwhal to get a bunch of potatoes, you can do that. It's mostly a bunch of crazy kids throwing rocks at them.
Yeah, so would the narwhals get upset if I wanted the bee sanctuary, if I took the risk and that was what I wished for? Would they just
I don't think that they would mind that, because that's taking care of their fellow creatures.
Okay, yeah, they like other animals, you said that. So would they get upset if we, raised pigs to kill? Wouldn't they get upset if we started eating the pigs?
Not as much, because pigs are the lowest form of life form in this world.
Why? Because they're made out of meat and not, sugar?
Yeah, they're not magic. They aren't even on human level.
They're just meat. Wait, does that mean... I mean, humans are just meat, too. So, do we have something that puts... Is that why we're deemed lower to the narwhals? Is because we're meat creatures?
Yes, you're not made of sugar in any way. You're not magic, and gravity affects you too much.
Okay. Oh, okay, so it's a gravity... So they wouldn't care for the bees as much, but they'd be okay with me rescuing them.
They'd be okay with you rescuing. They'd be like, whatever.
Awesome. Okay, I have a purpose in this world, so the world's not as bad. I still don't like the idea of every time it rains lemonade, I have to watch birds die, but
I mean, if they take cover, they'll be fine. They see a cloud coming and they say, nope, I'm going to go and I'm going to hide in my birdhouse now.
Yeah, I guess building birdhouses would be... But what would you build it out? What are houses made out of?
You would build it out of a cage so you can trap the cotton candy bird and eat it for dessert.
But wouldn't they be really upset if you ate them? Because they believe the birds have higher... The narwhals,
if you were sneaky enough about it.
Okay, so there's secret gatherings where you murder, you eat the cotton candy birds.
Set up a trap for them and make it look like a nice little homey bird house, but it's really where you're going to go and eat them. The narwhals won't complain, because what they don't know can't hurt them, but it sure does hurt the birds.
So, okay, just quick question. What are the humans living in? Like, what house types of stuff?
Crystal houses. Most of the stuff here is made out of crystals and bland rocks.
Okay. So they
Now
just
the
have rock
crystals
houses.
are often very, very magical. Like they float around. They're also not very much affected by gravity. It's genetic between the crystals too. Yes, crystals breed. Uh, I
Okay.
told you in the beginning we hadn't gotten to the really wild stuff yet.
So now rocks mate.
Yes, rocks mate,
How?
and you can.
I mean,
But
potatoes walk about if you throw them hard enough. Of course, the rocks mate.
I mean, otherwise, if narwhals kept on breaking parts off of the island and they just kept on falling, eventually there would be no island left. So the
True.
rocks have to grow and just like sort of expand and keep growing the island. And
Okay.
also, if you overpopulate that island, where are people going to go? Are you just going to toss them off the edge when there's too many people?
So
No,
your
the island's got to
island
grow.
grows. All right. And so, how does making houses work?
You carve out houses from crystals, or you take blocks of crystal and you build them like as if they're crystal bricks. Uh, and also, you can use the crystals to see into the future sometimes.
That's a new one. Future. There's just
Yeah,
there's a
have you ever
lot
heard of a
going
crystal
on
ball?
here.
Have you ever heard of a crystal ball?
Yeah, I've never believed in crystal balls, but I've heard of them.
Anyway, so if you were to put this crystal into a ball form,
Uh huh.
it becomes the future becomes much clearer. But only the trained professionals can use the crystal balls, and the people who are trained are the people who have gone to the great university of Wikipedia.
Um,
Everybody thinks they're crazy, but they've got this down to a science. And
why Wikipedia?
well, I mean, other websites aren't as reliable.
Um. Okay.
Anyway, so they use their universal remote to control the crystal ball and switch between channels so that they can learn
They're TVs
how to.
now.
No, I didn't say there's TV. I
No,
said
no,
there's
I'm
a
saying
crystal
they're like
ball.
this.
And they use a universal remote.
It sounds like a
Remotes don't have
T.
to go to TVs. I have a remote for my air conditioner.
Yeah, but you're changing channels. It sounds like a TV.
I mean, you're changing channels on a crystal ball to go to different Wikipedia sites and different futures for different people. That's not exactly the same as watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, it can be if that's what someone's future is. You can make that wish.
I mean, yeah, if your future is to wish to become a giant ninja turtle,
May the
then
narwhal
yes.
just dump you into the void because you are not worth it.
Yeah,
Is that
I mean, you
harsh?
could also see that where it's like, oh, don't go and jump today, you'll die.
Ah. So do they make a lot of potatoes doing this?
No, because everyone thinks they're crazy.
Oh, so no, but they're right.
They're right, but everyone thinks they're crazy, and so the very few people who do go and give the potatoes are the ways that they actually make their money.
So fortune tellers with their magic rocks. What else? What else have you got?
Well, 1 out of 5 carrots are poisonous.
Okay, that Carrot Island. I already wanted to jump off when I heard about it. Now I don't want to go to it. Like avoid the Carrot Island.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not hard to remove the poison from it. All you have to do is just slice open the carrot and then pull out the little syringe that's hidden in it, and so the needle's no longer pulling out the tip.
I why do the carrots have syringes in them? Why are the narwhals
So, you
growing
remember that
syringes?
scientist guy from earlier?
Yeah, was that his
Yeah,
wish?
he's living in one of the narwhals, and
What?
that yeah, he's living in one of the narwhals, and he's making a bunch of poisonous syringes that he's sticking in the carrots.
So humans can live inside narwhals now if they want to. Or was that his random wish, and now the narwhal's stuck with him?
Oh yeah, he's a mad scientist, so of course he's gonna make a mad wish.
So I mean, but what happened to the island? I guess that's Jed. This world is the weirdest thing. I don't know how to respond to half of the things you're coming up with. Like I'm trying, I really am, but
Okay, so yeah, he sticks food poisoning in the carrots.
with syringes,
With syringes. Food poisoning is a thing you can stick in a syringe.
I. Kn- Yeah, but
And
no idiot's gonna bite into a carrot, taste metal, and be like, oh, now I'm just gonna keep chewing.
yeah, no, they're glass. These the whole theme about these narwhals is they're glass or sugar, one of the two.
Yeah, wait, what's that have to do with the syringes being inserted into carrots? I'm saying if you bite into a
What are the
carrot,
syringes made of?
are they made out of glass? Is that what?
Yes.
So you're saying you bite into a carrot and glass shatters in your mouth and you're poisoned?
Yeah, pretty much.
Isaac, I
But I
don't
mean,
want to live in this world.
you can tell whether or not it's poisonous based on whether or not a tiny needle is sticking out the end of it.
I don't want to live in this world.
I mean, all you have to do is say, "Oh, this carrot has a needle sticking out of it." Slice it open, pull out the syringe. You're done. Now you can eat the carrot.
I don't want to live on that island. I don't want to live in this world. I want to avoid the narwhals. The bees sound cool. I like the
Okay,
bees.
okay. So, if the narwhals throwing potatoes at you is too much, and you don't like the poisonous carrots, you can always go to the island of radishes.
I mean, but I don't like radishes. But okay, tell me about the island of radishes.
There's not many narwhals flying around. It's a very far away. No mad scientists.
Okay.
There's a bunch of bunnies roaming about. They eat the
Oh.
radishes. They're sad because they can't get carrots. And
Oh.
there's also the occasional tornado.
Wait, I thought you said this was a better island.
I mean, it is. The tornado smells like cake.
I don't care what a tornado smells like. If it is killing me, it doesn't matter.
Only a small tornado.
So a twister.
Yeah, so a twister, like a small little twister, flies by, might cause a bit of a ruckus, but at least it smells like cake.
So our candles are twisters. And cake scented.
Candles are... Wait, what do you mean candles are twisters?
You know, you use candles for scents. So the twisters are candles
Oh, yeah,
that are cake
the scent
scented.
is like... Well, the smell of the twister is cake.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I don't see where the candles are coming in.
I'm saying candles are scented, and like the point of them is that they produce a scent, and the point of the twisters is their scent.
Yeah,
So I am saying
but
that
the scent is just the thing that you would usually stick a candle into. Like a birthday cake.
What? No, not that type of candle. Scented candles.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Okay.
I realized that's what you meant. Anyway, so the twister smells like cake.
Uh-huh.
And, what?
Uh-huh.
And this island
Yeah.
is dirt.
Wait, can I
It's,
grow
it's
things?
actual dirt that
Can I
you can grow
grow
things
things?
on.
But will the narwhals kill me if I grow things?
Nah, narwhals don't like to go out that far usually.
Except the
And
radish
if they
ones.
see you, they'll be like, she's already started growing a whole bunch. Might as well leave her alone. She didn't get it through abusing a wish or anything.
But you see, I was thinking of wishing that my bee sanctuary would be on the islands and that I could grow plants there.
Do you think that the bees would survive the twister?
I feel like if I build buildings around the like my bees are protected by a building where the twister can't get in, we'd be fine. Can I
So
befriend
anyway,
the
that's
twisters?
the radish island.
Wait, can I
Not many
befriend the...
people like...
Yeah, can I befriend
What?
the twisters? I want to befriend the twisters.
I mean, if you give them enough potatoes, sure.
Okay, so I have to have lots of potatoes on there. I need to befriend
lots
a
of-
narwhal with
yeah.
potatoes that will live with me in the radish island.
Oh no, narwhals hate humans. Like you cannot befriend a narwhal no matter how hard you try.
I don't like
Narwhals
this
cannot be
world.
bribed.
I don't
Like
this
you
world.
think the narwhal that's got the mad scientist
Isaac?
living in him wants that
Isaac?
mad scientist living in him?
Isaac, my one wish is that the narwhal that I landed on would be my friend.
Oh, smart.
Now I have a potato producing narwhal as my friend, and we can fly together. And I won't ever use its horn again because I'm not sure what happens once you eat all its horn, but I'd imagine it's not good. And I'd take like one more wish to make the bee
He's ugly.
It's just ugly. I would make like one more wish to make the bee sanctuary, and I would live on the Radish Island, befriending twisters, protecting bees with my one narwhal potato friend, and we would just have the happiest life ever, away from the mess that is the rest of this world.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, actually. Like, I'm sure that you would have a fantastic life there. Just watch out for the dragons.
Yeah, and all I have to do is make. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dragons.
Yeah, the dragons that shoot lightning in your face. Didn't I mention it?
No. What island are they on? Please tell me it's far away from the Radish Island. You're gonna ruin all my plans.
They love the Radish Island. Radishes are their favorites.
Okay, we might have to have 3 wishes. How many wishes can one narwhal give?
It depends on how big the horn is.
Well, I guess I could always wish for the narwhal's horn to grow back.
Oh.
Honestly, befriending this narwhal is like the smartest thing you could possibly do.
Yeah? Yeah, it is.
Because then you get like unlimited wishes, you get transportation everywhere.
Just don't let the other narwhals know.
Well, that's why we're running away to Radish Island.
And leaving the narwhal's family behind.
Exactly.
He's got a family too, you know.
Well, I don't know how. I mean, I'll let the narwhal choose. It can be friends with me, or I mean, maybe I can let it visit, go back, as long as it doesn't talk about what we're doing.
The parents are gonna wonder why it's been sneaking out at night.
It's just having a love affair with a human. Don't talk about it. It's just a bee sanctuary, Mom and Dad. It doesn't mean anything, I swear. We're not doing anything. The twisters are cool. Please don't go kill my only friend that's not a narwhal.
You're grounded.
To what? There is no ground. Starts floating away. I mean, honestly, that is the story I want to write, though, is the story where a person made a wish for a narwhal to be their friend, and then they have, like, this secret weird life thing. And this person...
That would actually be interesting.
But I feel like the main character has to be, like, a kind-hearted person, or else this story could be... Or you could have the horribly dark, terrifying, sad, world-destroying story.
Destroyed by potatoes and poisonous carrots and potatoes that come to life when
what
thrown too
happens if
hard.
one person wishes that all humans die?
Well, then he dies.
Yeah, I know, but, like, what if someone wishes that? Does that just end up...
Well, then all humans die.
That's terrifying.
Yes? Yes, it is.
I still don't like this world. I've run away, but even then, all it takes is one psychopath getting on the top of a narwhal for the world to end.
Well, I mean, if any of the humans were to die on dirt, like on Radish Island, well, then their heads become a seed and they just grow another human. So the human race will eventually come back. That's just science.
Oh, so the fact that I'm on Radish Island would be saving all humankind. I'd have to have another friend.
Made that wish, yes.
Well, I'd have to have another friend. I'd have to have, like, a family there to save humankind. Have a family on Radish Island.
I mean, you grow a few. When you grow into
Isaac,
you grow into a couple of humans. So.
Isaac, I wanna readapt my wish. I wish that all narwhals were my friend.
That works.
It does, doesn't it? There is so many ways you can abuse this. And it did not take me long to think about it.
You can dominate the world with the power of potatoes.
I mean, honestly, and we haven't even been talking to it for a full hour, and I've already come up with things like this. What are the people of this world going to come up with? Your world is not going to last long.
Well, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people who die on impact to the narwhal.
Okay, yeah,
or their legs break, and so their first wish is going to be, fix my legs! And then by the time they start eating the second piece of rock candy to save it, like, get their wish they wanted, the narwhal might dump them off of their bodies and into the void.
I still feel I feel like this is a world that's doomed to die.
I mean, again, so long as there's some humans on the dirt, they'll grow back.
Yeah, but all it takes is one psychopath who's sick of life in general, manages to get on the narwhal and says, you know what, I wish this planet was no longer existed.
Yep, that could absolutely happen.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you're aware how fickle this world really is. And also how drastically it could change like that.
Maybe they throw crazy people off the edge so that doesn't happen.
What, this humans?
Yes!
But
Humans
that,
throw the crazy
you just
humans
have
off
to
the
make sure
edge.
there's no narwhals under them. That'd be like the best
Yeah.
thing, is like you throw a
Yeah, you
psychopath
gotta make
without
sure there's
thinking.
no narwhals under them. Unless if you really wanted to give them a really cruel fate and aim for the narwhal's horn.
No, I wouldn't want to risk it though. You miss a little bit
Yeah,
and
I
they
wouldn't,
get
but
and they're dying, but they take like the very, this is gruesome, the bloody horn, and they eat it, and it's metallic and gross, and they make that last wish, screw this world. And no.
yeah, I would
Don't aim for the narwhals. Ever. Aim for the void.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk more about these crystals. Because
Okay.
they're very magical. They float around, they grow, they breed, they
Mhm.
see the future.
Yeah.
Now, they're what people make their homes out of.
Yep.
I don't know what else to talk about with these crystals.
That's it. We've covered it all.
I'd say that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. This is the weirdest
Okay,
world.
so let's add some more creatures into the mix. So,
Okay.
cows.
Alright.
Cows. There are cows, and they are normal cows, 100%. There's nothing magical about them. They are just normal cows, except for the fact that they produce chocolate milk.
Fair enough. I mean, I personally prefer white milk over chocolate milk, but you know what? If you want your world to have chocolate milk be dominant, that's
And a
fine.
few of them might produce strawberry milk.
Oh, it's even worse. Oh, and then you have like the one ultra rare, which does a mix. Because my brothers and dad used to do strawberry and chocolate, and they'd mix it.
Yeah, and there's and a lot of time people will name their cows, like oftentimes we have some popular cow names here, like Bessie. That's
Yeah.
a popular cow name.
Yeah.
They have Nesquik and Yoo-hoo,
Oh my gosh.
Oval, and Tina.
Oh my goodness. Can we have permission to have normal meat chickens, but they lay, but there's a chance that they'll lay like chocolate peanut butter eggs?
Now,
So-
sometimes they'll lay plastic eggs, and those will have chocolate peanut butter eggs in them.
How does
So
that
usually they-
work?
Usually they lay plastic eggs.
Okay. I guess that'll keep the chocolate from melting somewhat.
Yeah, and depending on what candy you want in the eggs depends on what you're feeding them. Usually potatoes.
I was about to say, all we have access to is potatoes, and unless we want to feed these only meat birds, other birds of cotton candy.
Yeah, I mean, why not feed them the bees and why not feed them the birds and the bees?
What have you done? Take a look at what you've created. Just take a step back and see what a mess you have created. This is all you. I've had like 3 ideas.
Did I mention that the universal remotes are made of pine cones?
Why pine
they're-
cones?
They're DIY.
Yeah, where are they getting pine cones, Isaac? The narwhals won't let us grow any stinking trees.
The pine cone narwhals, duh.
Oh my god. I feel like you're just sitting there making everything up, and you're just having the greatest time watching me suffer.
Yeah, I mean, I am making a good portion of this up as I go along. Some of it I made up prior.
Yeah.
Also, the favorite sport of this world is boomerang.
Why boomerang?
Have you ever thrown a boomerang and had it come back?
No, that's why I hate
Then
them.
you shall
they never
never
come
know
back.
why it's people's favorite sport.
They never come back for me. They're evil, just like this world.
Oh, they never come back for me either, but I'm sure they're fun.
Yeah, if you can get
Anyway, so the
along.
favorite sport is boomerang.
That's not a sport. That's like a weapon or a toy, depending on your
It
point
is
of
in
view.
this world.
Okay, how's
This
it work?
world, it's a sport.
How's
You
it work?
throw the boomerang, and maybe it comes back.
That's not a sport.
And the scoring system is how many times can you throw it off the edge without it disappearing into the void.
Uh-huh. So they lose lots of boomerang. And where are they getting these boomerangs? And
From the
I was about to, and you're not allowed to say boomerang narwhal.
Okay, so they go to a nearby island that has dirt, and they just steal a tree.
So there's a tree island. Can we just have a tree island, please? It doesn't be no fruit trees because I feel like the narwhals will get pissed. But a tree island.
Yeah, we got ourselves a tree island.
Okay, I'm happy now. But we're gonna have to stop before we create something else we feel like we have to talk about for 20 minutes.
Fine. Pineapple narwhal.
Oh my. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. This.
I mean, it's like the potato with the density, but it's also spiky.
Oh my. You just try. No.
Imagine.
I am imagining.
Imagine if you got a potato thrown at you, or not a potato, like a pineapple thrown at you, and it wasn't ripe yet.
And then Isaac, and then imagine when it starts raining lemonade on your wombs.
Ooh.
How?
Umbrellas.
Umbrella out of what? And don't say an umbrella narwhal. We're done. We're done.
If you take enough of those
we're done,
Isaac. Seeds.
Isaac. You had your fun world. I let you have fun with it. I tried to make sense of some of it, but for the most part, I just let you have it. But now it's time to say goodbye.
I do actually think that a gravity genetic thing is somewhat cool.
That's an interesting idea. But there was a lot of other things in this world that very much distracted from that. But we'll be back next week with a new world and a new topic, and hopefully I won't want to jump off this one. Farewell, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye. Next time will be a more serious episode.
Yay.